Hello AP Bio students and welcome to Lab Diaries from AP Bio. In this series we will cover different lab expectations and review key labs.
This is episode 3, Working with Equations. In this episode we will cover the key values and variables in our AP Biology curriculum, how to get the mean, standard deviation, standard error, and chi-square of a given dataset. Key values and variables. What to plug in into our equations. X bar is the sample mean obtained for the mean of all points in a data table. N is the sample size, meaning the amount of points in a data table being taken into account. S is the standard deviation, which we will later explain. O and E are observed and expected results. And sigma is the sum of all, meaning everything inside it is summed for every data point.
The mean, how to get the mean, also known as the average. This is our equation for the mean, which might look messy, but it's very simple. Step 1, add all of the x together, which means every result in a data table. Step 2, multiply the result by 1 over n, which is the same thing as dividing what you got in step 1 by n. The result from division is the mean or average of the given dataset.
Standard deviation, how to get the standard deviation. Our equation for standard deviation is the square root of the sum of all squared differences between the sample and the sample mean over the sample size minus 1. Step 1. Subtract x bar from x, which is the difference between the average and the specific data point. Step 2. Square the results you got from step 1. Step 3. Repeat steps 1 and 2 for every data point in the dataset. Step 4. Add all results in step 3 for every data point. Step 5. On the lower side of the fraction, subtract 1 from the sample size. Step 6. Divide. Step 7. Get the square root of the results from step 6. The result is the standard deviation of the given dataset.
Standard error, how to get the standard error. Our equation for standard error is the standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size. Step 1 is get the standard deviation from the dataset. Step 2 is get the square root of the sample size, and step 3 is to divide. The result is the standard error of the given dataset.
Chi-squared, how to get the chi-squared. Our equation for chi-squared is the sum of all differences of observed and expected results divided by the expected results. Step 1. Subtract the expected results from the observed results. Step 2. Square the results from step 1. Step 3. Divide the results from step 2 by the expected result. Step 4. Repeat steps 1 through 3 for each data point. Step 5. Add all the results from step 4 together. The result is the chi-squared of the given dataset.
I hope our advice can improve your lab experience.
In the following episode, we will review the enzyme lab.
Thank you for listening.